Where's that going? Hey, how are you guys? Good evening. Good evening. I don't even know the time that it is, so I think that it's night, but I don't know what time.
7:18.
It's 7:18, and I want to tell you guys happy 4th of July. I am very, very happy to be here to, just say hi to you guys. My name is Daniela Llanes, your favorite keto coach, and I'm coming live from the Keto Everyday headquarters. And we're here just working nonstop just to bring better to your life. We've been doing tons of packing because we're sending tons of products everywhere to places that we're not even open yet. So it's been great, but I don't tell anyone and don't tell Vaughn that I'm telling you because I am really bad at keeping secrets. But the first thing that I want to say is I want to say happy 4th of July. I want to say happy Independence Day. Uh, Today is a very important date for Americans, and just to appreciate this freedom that we have. And even if it doesn't feel like we're having freedom at this moment, appreciate that we have what we have. And I know it's tough that right now we have to wear all this crazy stuff, mask and millions of things because I'm a dental hygienist and I work in an office and I actually have to wear so much PPE, and it is okay. I can do it, but I want to make sure that people are safe. And let's leave that topic aside and then we're going to just go with what we're going to talk about tonight, which we don't have any script, so we're just going to talk about whatever we want. So I have Vaughn here behind me, your second favorite keto coach. Where are you?
Keto Jesus, first and foremost, favorite keto coach.
And I just want to say that I am so happy and so proud to be able to have this platform, actually being able to come to you and talk to you about whatever you want to talk about. And today I want to say that, I really was very eager to go to the beach. I wanted to take advantage of this day that was beautiful and I wanted to go to the beach and enjoy. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it because the beach is closed, so we could not do that. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me because for some reason I feel like you can't. So please let me know if you can hear us. Tell me, yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Another thing that I'm going to ask you to do is to please let me know if you're watching us live. Put a number 1. If you're watching us on the replay, put a number 2. And please let us know where you're watching us from, because we are transmitting this whatever, this segment of our show into a lot of different platforms. So we're transmitting to Facebook, my personal Facebook page, Vaughn's Facebook page, Keto Everyday Tips, Recipes, and More, the Keto Kitchen Palm Beach, and our YouTube channel as well. Please also tag anyone that you think that might be that could benefit from this video, and also share to your friends and family. If you do tag and share, let me know that you did so you can enter the raffle that we do every week. And also, we're going to be announcing the winners of the Freebie Friday probably tomorrow. And we'll make a post and we'll tag the people that won so that they can claim their prizes. With that being said, I want to tell you that I am so happy to be here. We haven't had any lunch today or nothing. We only had breakfast in the morning. And we had some keto waffles that were amazing. And right now
What's everybody else eating out there for 4th of July? Are they barbecuing? What's going on?
Yeah, what's everybody doing? Are you guys staying home or are you guys going to friends or family? Or tell us something. Let us know.
Fireworks even going on? I have no idea. Is it open? Are people having fireworks? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Let us know. Does the city of Boynton have fireworks? The city where you guys are at, is there fireworks? Let us know.
Definitely. Let us know. And I want to talk about mindset. I want to talk about mindset and I want to know, how do you feel? What do you think? Come here so we can talk. What kind of life is this? I've been waiting for 3 hours for him to join me. That's why I didn't start my life, and
You're
he's
doing
not even
amazing.
here.
You're doing amazing. Like, keep killing
And I'm
it.
gonna take this off because I'm not using it. So what I want to
You
say,
can hear good though. I mean, I can hear
you can hear me? Okay. So what I want to talk is about mindset.
I love mindset.
How do you wake up in the morning? Do you wake up with positivity, or you're already overwhelmed with the problems that are in your mind and around the world? Please, the first thing that I do to myself, is that I try to put myself in a very good mindset. I try to put myself in my happiest possible way that I can be. Just focus on positivity, because we all have problems. I mean, my life is not perfect, not at all. And, obviously, we all have to deal with a lot of stress. And most of us right now are very limited in the things that we can do. And I'm a very social person, and I enjoy visiting friends, family, and I like to be with people. That's my thing. And right now, I do feel a little, limited. But I understand that this is what it has to happen for to be respectful with the rules. And by being apart, we're not going to eradicate what is happening in the world, but we're going to be able to at least contain it somewhat. When we go back outside, we're still going to have to deal with this problem for sure, because it hasn't gone away. That problem is going to be there. So the thing that I always say is, don't be fearful, and that's what Vaughn also says. So it's not that we steal each other's ideas, but don't be fearful, but be careful and take the precautions that you need, so that you and your family can be safe. So I always try to listen to a lot of great podcasts or videos where I can learn, where I can actually grow my belief, where I can grow my knowledge, and where I can actually, how you say, confirm the things that I believe in. So I always listen to great sermons, and I like Vaughn also listens to Stephen Furtick. We really love him. But I also listen to a lot of educational podcasts. A lot about biohacking, a lot about nutrition, a lot about actually biological dentistry, how holistic dentistry and whole body health play a whole huge role in your life. And I don't like that this guy is so far away from me, and you can even see him. You want me to scoot over? I'm gonna scoot over.
I sit on your lap.
No.
Sit on your lap?
No.
Are you sure? So I would ask this. We all go through things, and I'm gonna have to get a different chair because I'm like down here on the floor. But
He's like a little baby.
I want you to explain to some of the people when we talk about mindset and things like that. It's not always easy, right? And sometimes it's as simple as verbiage change. When we start talking, sometimes we need to think a little bit before we talk. And I would ask you this, and it's something that I'm trying to get better on. Like, first of all, these things right here, you shouldn't have it by your bedside. It shouldn't be sitting on a nightstand next to you. Like, get it as far away from you as you can. So in the morning, like, that's not the first thing that you go to. Like, how many of you guys out there, and don't be ashamed of it because we all do it. I'm victim of it too, right? Like, as soon as your eyes pop open,
Victim or guilty?
The first thing you do is I'm probably a victim of this thing too. And how many times do you just grab it and you start scrolling, right? If that's you, just raise your hand down below, put some comments down below. And if you guys are putting comments, just know that we can't see all the comments right now. I see Tara right now in the gym locker room. I love it.
She's a beast.
She is a beast, getting after it. What did you guys do for the 4th of July, number one? Because I do want to know that. I want to know what your food was today. We're making a simple keto meal right now. When I say keto, it's not a ton of fat. It's not anything like that. It's more clean, right? We're having some chicken breast. We're going to have some spinach. And we might have some butternut squash. Maybe not. I don't know. I just don't know if I want to cook it yet or not. So
this is a secret sauce.
That is a secret sauce. And on the chicken that we have, I actually put a secret sauce on there. So if you guys want to follow us on TikTok, please.
Oh, did you actually put it on TikTok?
No, I haven't finished it yet, and that's typically what happens with me and TikTok. I don't really finish things on TikTok
Well,
because
you better get it finished because you can't be successful unless you finish your things.
I understand that for sure. But tell me a little bit about TikTok. If you guys do TikTok out there, I'm not sure. Can I video it from my
Yes.
I know, but like I heard the algorithms, if you're not using exactly what TikTok has and blah 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 blah, like all that noise, right? Like I was told I was supposed to video it from TikTok, use the 60-second thing, and clip it out. Well, when I do that, then I try to go back in 20 or 30 minutes when I'm done doing what I'm doing as far as filming, and it's not there anymore and things like that. So maybe I'm doing
you're
something
a little
wrong.
bit challenged on technology.
I'm definitely challenged. Well, not. See, that's the challenge right there. Who was challenged? Wait a minute. Let's see that again. Can we do a replay on this thing? Let me see if this has got slow motion replay.
Oh my God, what are we gonna do?
But let me know a little bit about TikTok out there. If you guys have TikTok figured out,
definitely challenged.
If you guys have TikTok figured out, like let us know, because maybe you can come in and you can do let's do like a TikTok seminar or something, right? Like,
well, definitely. I think that would be amazing.
But let's get back to mindset. Like, honestly, like how you wake up in the morning and when you roll out of bed, like I'm working on not having this next to my bed anymore. And I'm working on it. And what that'll allow me to do is that'll give me a few minutes to decide that I'm going to go look at the phone or I'm not. If it's sitting right there, it's second nature. It's like if you put your hand on a hot stove, you just pull it off. As soon as I wake up in the morning, I go directly to it, right? So it's muscle memory at this point. But truthfully, honestly, I need to stop doing that, because if you would win your morning, win the first 30 minutes, the first 45 minutes, the first hour, don't let this control you. You control it. If you go right to it every morning, it's controlling you. Stay away from it for a half hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Work on yourself. Work on gratitude.
I'm sending this to Janelli because she's sending me a message and I can't hear it right now. Janelli, mira, estamos en un live en Facebook. Métete a Facebook, a Daniela Llanes o a Kiro Everyday y encuéntranos que estamos haciendo un videito. Okay.
Also, let us know too if there's a need for that out there. Like I know there is, and maybe we should be doing more Spanish stuff, right?
Oh yes.
I know there's a need for it, but as a matter of fact, like let us know what you guys need, no matter what it is.
Yeah, we're here to give you what you want, what you need. And honestly, I have so many ideas.
Wait, first, like I had another thing. Like it's hot down here this summer, right? It's getting hot, like
really hot.
Who wants to see me shave my head totally?
No. Listen, if he shaves his head, his history. He's gonna go to like the.
I'm all in kind of guy. Like I haven't.
No.
See all this?
No.
Like, but it's getting too much.
Well, we can cut it like a normal person.
No, I'm not normal though. That's the thing. Like when I cut it, I'm just
gonna
buzz it off. If you guys want to see that, if that's something that you think I should do, let me know. Because listen, I've been on this 10-day sprint, 100-day run, and running with this stuff, and then putting it in a hair tie. I get home and it's all tangled up, and it's like.
Well, because he doesn't know how to brush it, so it's crazy.
Well, would you do it for me?
No.
Exactly. So maybe I'll just get rid of it since you won't do it for me. If you guys let me know out there, do you want to see me buzz my head?
Okay, guys, what I want to tell you is this. You cannot vote for a yes, because if you vote for yes, you're never going to see us together again. Oh, what happened? Our light went off? Oh, no, it didn't. Oh, sorry.
That's what happens. There's a lot of squirrels around here all the time, and they like to get in the way, right? So, but truthfully, guys, we just want to come and say, happy 4th of July. Hopefully you guys are being safe out there. We do want to know what you guys are doing. If you guys are with friends, family, if you guys are, barbecuing, like what is it you're barbecuing?
I also want to know what you guys think of our new layout. I think it's amazing. Thank you for the Mr. Remodel here. He always moves everything around. What?
It's like I don't know. Is this a problem? Like when you go to sit back in a chair, and then you try to move, and your hair's caught, and you're like this. Does that happen to anybody out there? I don't know.
I don't know. You just look very hairy today.
I think I need to get rid of it.
No, you're not gonna get rid of it because if you do get rid of it, I'm not gonna love you.
Oh, what? You guys heard it first. You guys heard it first. It's all about the hair. Oh,
Listen,
boy.
I only love you because of you.
You guys love the long hair. I don't know.
I love the long hair. The hair is beautiful.
Let me say this too. For 20 years, I seriously had no hair.
We should actually prop it up, like
Prop what up? The shave and the hair and then do it all?
no, the picture of the old you.
My God, I'm somewhere. I was showing them yesterday. But yeah, I had a flat top 20 years. And when I say I'm all in, guys, I don't know if you know what that means with me. Like, I'm all in. Like, when I say I'm going to do something, like, my plan today was to run 15 miles. And it's still early. I'm going to probably do it around 9:30. That'll take me about 2 hours, a little over 2.5 hours, right around 2.5 hours. It's raining.
What happened?
I don't know what you did.
I didn't touch anything.
But you know, it's raining right now.
Still good.
So the fact of the matter is I'm still going to get it done. I just don't know how many miles I'm going to get in. I'm going to at least get a minimum of 5 miles in for sure, but I'm going to try to go more than that. I'm not sure what she's doing over here, playing around with the computer, but so we like to get feedback, guys. You know, I'm watching from my Facebook page. So if you guys are on my Facebook page right now, drop some comments down below. Let me know what it is and how you guys feeling right now out there. You guys going to church? How's your Sundays look? Do you guys go to church on Sundays? Have you gone to church in the past on Sundays? Maybe you haven't. Now you're leaning into churches. Maybe you're staying away from churches because you feel like, you know, the virus is coming. I don't know. But I can tell you this, I am very thankful that the church opened the doors and had us coming back in. And we're going back again tomorrow. We've been be 3 or 4 weeks in a row right now. And, you know, we have different views. Some people are like, oh, you shouldn't go to church because of this. I'm like, well, then I shouldn't go out of my house. I can go to the grocery store, right? I go to all these other places that there's lines of people waiting to get in. I went by Aldi's the other day, and I'm like, is that a line wrapped around Aldi's and people standing like this?
Yeah,
like they're going into the South Florida Fair? And I'm like, so, like,
you know
what's protocol? I don't know.
You know what is so funny? I think it's funny because now it's going to change our whole view on how people feel about making lines, because it's like now you have to make a line for everything, even for things that you will never make a line, right? Oh, I think Janelli is here. Let me see.
So yeah, guys, and you guys hear me talk about it all the time. It's just carry yourself with positivity. And I can't, and you guys hear me say that a lot more right now because I can't stress that enough. The positivity that we need to give to others is something that is a gift that we have inside of us,
That's right.
But we don't all utilize it, right? You know, we are all brothers and sisters and children of God. The fact of the matter is you know, we're here to love one another and help one another and unite. You know, we're not here to you know, wedge against each other. You know, no matter what your beliefs are, no matter where you're at politically, no matter where you're at with anything out there, like there's no reason to be doing what's going on out there. And the fact of the matter with that is it all comes down to your perception, right? Life is perception. Perception becomes reality, right? How do you perceive things? And I would say this, like, you know, you have the power to switch your perception, right? Like you have the power to make the choice of where you want to be and what you want to do. That's what I would say there.
Thank you, Gisle. Yes, definitely. We're here to encourage each other. And actually, what we should be doing is that we should actually be supporting each other. You know,
Amen.
If you shelve
the word.
If you have friends that are in different businesses, support those.
Absolutely.
Support those businesses, you know, promote them, because, you know, it is so easy to be like, oh, they're in a different company. It doesn't matter. You know what? That's awesome. That is awesome. It's great to see your friends succeed. And I am I actually have 2 of my friends here that are entrepreneurs. One of them is Roberto, and the other one is Gisle. These 2, that is with Monet, with the hair. And it is amazing to have people in different industries, because we always need help no matter what. And when you know that, oh, my friend blah 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 does this, I can always refer someone to her. Or when I know that my other friend does the other thing, I can refer them that way. And that's what we're here for, you know. And we're here to support one another and just to help. What is that?
Yeah, and the thing is like the fact of the matter is there is people suffering out there with things right now, you know, and we want to pray for each and every one of you guys that are possibly dealing with the virus or have a family member dealing with the virus, or, you know, people that are losing their businesses and things like that out there. It's real. And you know, I tend to find myself each time I come on here say I'm not going to talk about these things, but it's hard not to talk about them, right? Because it's real, it's out there. But I always say, you know, don't be fearful of it. Be mindful of what's going on. And I'm surprised even really, and maybe I don't know a lot about it, but because we don't watch TV, we don't do anything. I watch something, a blurb here and there that comes on.
Yeah,
TV
we're very bad at watching TV lately.
But I would say this, like, don't get caught up in the negativity. Be the positive impact in somebody else's life. You know, I strongly suggest, no matter what it is you guys do, you don't have to have a business. I don't care. Whatever it is you do, your story and your journey matters. Like where you're at in life matters to a lot of people. We downplay it and think that our journeys and our stories do not matter. The fact of the matter is they do. And the more you share it, the more you understand your own journey. Okay. So what I want to say to that is, like, as I continue to share with you guys and I continue to talk about mindset and I continue to talk about getting into the word and I continue to talk about getting into church and I continue to talk about gratitude in the morning and I continue to talk about all these amazing things, what that does is that puts a spotlight on it for me also. So thank you guys for tuning in and listening to what we have to say. And sometimes it might get a little bit repetitive, but the fact of the matter is that's how I learn. Maybe some of you guys are out there are like that. I'm a visual learner. You repeat something to me a few times. Like, don't ask me to read a book and then understand it the first time I read it, right? But show me how to build a house and I'll go out there and do it right after you showed me. That's just my way of learning. So as I come on and inspire you guys, because that's hopefully what this is. Motivation is temporary, inspiration will last a lifetime. So we don't want to just motivate you guys to get up in the morning and do something for 10 minutes. We want to inspire you for the rest of the day and that week and that month and any time forward to continue to bring that positivity to other people. So use this platform. Please use these platforms, whatever platform you're utilizing, TikTok, whatever it is. But I would ask you, be careful how you use it. I would ask you, be careful the things that we say out there. I'm not saying to be quiet. I'm saying your verbiage matters. The way you communicate matters. So that is huge. And that's something that I've learned over the last 3 years. I used to spout off and say whatever I wanted, right? Short fuse, kind of a tempered kind of guy. Which probably surprises a lot of you. But I'm very now and it's not even that I have to think anymore before I speak. For a while I did because I had to think, well, that's probably not the right thing to say, right? But I can say the same thing if I switch one word or I tweak something, right? The 1 degree shift can be what you need to make all the difference in somebody else's life. That's the truth of the matter. A 1 degree shift, the way that you go and speak to somebody behind a counter, you know, we're all wearing masks anyway. So that's odd in the first place. But now it seems like when you're talking to somebody behind the counter, you can misunderstand and misinterpret some of the things they're coming back with. It almost can sound like they're being negative towards you when they may not be meaning to be that way, right?
And, you know, we also have to take in consideration that when you're wearing that mask, you feel hot, you feel anxious, you feel like, you know, like suffocating, right? And now, I mean, we're in Florida, so the weather is ridiculously hot. And you are wearing this mask outside in the parking lot, you know, when you're coming in and you're actually like, oh my God, and I'm talking to someone and they don't understand. And it's like, it could get frustrating. And if you don't watch the way that you're posturing yourself, you could actually communicate the wrong message, and then you could have a really maybe an unintentional uh, bad experience, with these people. And it is very normal because sometimes people get offended, like they're like, oh yeah, I don't understand what you're saying.
People are quick to be offended right now anyways because they're
Yeah.
anxious. They're going out and everybody's anxious. So your body language matters, right? So when you're going out places, your body language matters. The way you carry yourself matters. So be careful on how that works too.
That's right. You're super thin.
I am.
You look super brown.
The thing about it is, guys, I've been doing runs, and maybe you guys have heard me say this.
You look super dark with the hair, with the beard, with everything.
I am super
I think you need to a little bit of trimming.
Nope. Listen, guys, it's either shave the head bald.
No.
If I get rid of all the hair, because this stuff is getting in my
no.
way. So if I just go and shave it all the way bald, then she'll get what she wants, and I'll get my beard shaved down a little bit too. But if I got to keep this stuff, then the beard's going to get long again. So you guys make the call. It's up to you guys. But back at it, because I just want you guys to be mindful, please, because what you guys do and say is very, and who you surround yourself with, right? That's another tremendous thing you should be very aware of. You should be very alert. You should be raising your standards, right?
100%.
And what I mean by raising your standards, tell them.
Well, what he means is that you need to, if you're at the top of your game, if you're already achieving everything that you ever wanted, you need to raise that bar. That's what it means. It means that you cannot become complacent. Because if you stay in your comfort zone and you're getting by and you're successful, you're the top of your peer group, and people say, well, you're amazing. I mean, you're awesome. I want to be like you. That's great. But you know what? It means that you need to raise it up a little bit more so that you can also have more room to grow. And remember, you are the average of the 5 people that you surround yourself with the most. So the people that you surround yourself the most, take those 5 people, take an average, and that's about where you are right now. So I always try to, surround myself with like-minded people that are going into the future with a purpose. They have goals. They want to achieve more. They want to become better, not only physically, but mentally and spiritually. And there's so many ways that we can grow. And if we find the right way to find it, if we find that, training that you needed to go through so that you can grow that mindset. And, I believe 100% on investing in yourself and investing in courses, investing in education. And by education, it doesn't only mean college or university. It also means that you can also learn from courses that there is available everywhere. There's a lot of free courses as well that you can actually get through YouTube or, listening to positive podcasts. And we're going to start a podcast soon, but we haven't done it yet because we're like, oh my God, tons of things on the plate. But to be honest, we should have started already. I want to say another thing, you also need to have the right nutrition to achieve your goals, because when you're eating poorly,
especially right now in these times,
you're going to feel, can I say this? You're going to feel like crap. That's one thing. Second, you're going to feel sluggish. You're going to feel like you don't have motivation.
That's one. Can't say that bad word again.
Okay, I'm sorry. I take crap. So anyway, so you're not going to feel yourself. And you're going to start doubting who you are, because when you don't have the right fuel in your body, when you're just being fueled by simple sugars and carbohydrates, your body gets all blocked, and you're actually going to be feeling like you look in the mirror, and even if you haven't gained a pound, you look at yourself and you look like you gained 300 pounds because that's your mindset, because your mind knows when you're cheating or when you're doing things that you shouldn't do. So it kind of gives you signals, and those signals sometimes they present in the way that of the ones that you don't want to see, right? Even if you haven't gained any weight, you look in the mirror and you feel like you gained tons of weight. And, it's just kind of like giving you a wake-up call to change what you're doing. and I am a true believer that you're only gonna do a diet that you're gonna follow. So I don't advocate for a specific diet for everyone. I know what works for me, and in my case, I know that I feel the best when I eat lower carbs.
Yeah, the thing is, just do better.
Lower sugar.
Like, do better. Be aware, number one. Be understanding of what you're doing. And if you don't feel like you're in the right spot, you need to make a shift, whatever that is. So if you're aware of it, now you can make a shift. If you understand you have a problem and you understand that, and that's kind of the toughest part sometimes, right? The toughest part is understanding that I have an issue, right? Like if you understand, any kind of alcoholism, drug addictions, if you understand any of that, the only way that you can start to recover from those things, if you actually look at yourself in the mirror and say, listen, I have a problem and I need to change. I have a problem and I need to change. And you have to believe that too. You can't just say it and then think tomorrow it's going to be all better. You have to be able to commit to yourself, okay? You're not committing to anybody else. You do this for yourself. You don't do this for anybody else because it starts for you. But I would also say this, it becomes bigger than you. It becomes more than you, right? And that's why I say here today, 4 years after starting this journey.
And what Sandra's saying is 100% right. But another thing that you might not even think of is that it's actually science. When after 30, our body becomes sluggish by using only carbohydrates because that's what we've been feeding it for our whole entire life. And usually not clean carbohydrates, but tons of sugars.
We're starting to see it even a lot lower than 30 now.
Yeah, definitely.
Diabetes is everywhere. I mean,
because if you are just following a diet, the drive-through diet, that's not good. Not at all. And, I feel bad when I see parents. I feel bad for parents that, they're tired. They worked all day and they don't know what to cook. They don't know how to please their children and stuff. And they just go.
Can I mention why that is though? Why they do that sometimes? Why they don't know? Because their mindset is clouded by the things that they've been doing for many years prior, right? So that's why it's not that they don't know. It's that they're just not getting enough energy and source.
And definitely, and it's kind of like the circle of insanity, right? You continue doing it over and over and over because, first of all, you're tired because you're eating the wrong food. Second of all, your kids are grouchy and asking for fast food, and you're grouchy too because you're tired. You're already worked all day. You don't feel like going home, cleaning, cooking, redoing everything. Most people say, well, it costs me more money to cook at home than to buy the food on the drive-through. And yes, it's true. Sometimes it's true. Why? Because you're not prepared. But if you would be prepared, and if you actually would have everything that you need ready to go, if you organize yourself, and if we teach our kids since they are small what is right and what is wrong, trust me, we wouldn't have kids that only eat chicken nuggets.
And like Sandra says here, they don't get fat, but they definitely get sick. And the thing is, some do get fat, some don't, right? And I hear from a lot of people like, oh, I can eat whatever I want because I have a fast metabolism and I don't gain weight. Well, that's the wrong mindset to have, first and foremost. I hate to break that to you, but if you're one of those people out there that are like, I can't gain weight no matter what, so I got to eat crap to try to gain 5 pounds. That's not the way that it is, because you're actually creating and damaging your mitochondria. You're actually, causing things that are going to happen down the road. You're not doing any preventative maintenance. And that's really where we should start this at. We should go to the source, right? We shouldn't be like, oh, well, I'm going to take some insulin now because, insulin resistant and things aren't working the way they should be. Like, no, let's go to the source of the problem and shift that. How many times do we hear people that are taking insulin and things like that go, oh, well, I need to eat a Snickers bar because I'm like, no, you don't. I don't know where you learned this.
You know what? The thing is that
I can't not eat because I'm diabetic.
We're all misinformed by our medical professionals, and not intentionally, but also because
and not by all medical professionals.
And not by all.
That sounded really bad. No, you medical professionals out there are absolutely amazing.
You're awesome, guys. But listen, I'm gonna just tell you one thing.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna just say this. The other day, I had a person in my chair in a patient, and they said, well, I asked my doctor if I could do a diet because my cholesterol is high, and he said no. It is genetics. You just have to take simvastatin or whatever statin drug to control your cholesterol. And I'm like, so did you change your diet anyway? I mean, I am all for the pill if your doctor said that. I'm not going to tell you not to take it.
I wouldn't say
because,
not take it, but I would say you're in control of your own health.
Oh, for sure. But I said, did you change your diet? And they're like, oh, no, I didn't change it because
there's your problem.
Because he said that it didn't matter if I changed it. So the thing is that also it might be misinterpreted by people, right? Like you didn't say that. You said, he probably didn't say those exact words,
sure.
But in her mind, it sounded like, oh yeah, you don't have to change anything. Just take the pill and continue. And that's what people often are misinformed. And even with supplements and things like that, and people think that, oh yeah, this is a magic pill or whatever. No, you have to do your part. And by your part means, listen to your body. If you are not hungry, if you're not craving anything, don't eat. You're fine. If you don't need that Snickers, don't go get it. And you're never gonna need a Snickers because that's not an essential macronutrient anywhere.
The thing is, people think that they do, right? That's the problem out there. And then, I said what I said about being in control of your own health because I say this, like, educate yourself. I wouldn't say don't listen to your doctor, but I would say get a second and third opinion on different things because it's not necessarily the doctor's fault. It's how doctors have been trained, right? It's just you kind of go through and the protocol is to find out what's wrong with you and here's a medication for it. They don't go to the root of the problem, and not all doctors. There's different doctors who do different things, and I love doctors. I have doctors in my family. You know what I mean? I'm not. We're not coming down on medical professionals out there in any way, shape, or form. But what I would say is just it's up to you because it's your health, it's your life. So get the opinions and follow the directions and do as much as you want to do, but also open up your mind a little bit to venture out and say, well, let me read a little bit. Let me find out a little bit about my illness. Let me find out why I have my illness. Let me go, let me dig a little bit, right? Let me check the chicken.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I wanted to say is that, by us going through this journey ourselves and, being able to take control of our health, it has actually put me in contact with so many great people that are actually helping me learn more, and people that actually bring a lot of value to our life. And, I've heard people tell me stories that you would never even believe. Like, people that were diabetic and now they're able to take their health back in their own hands. And now they don't have any problems, And by that, it means that lifestyle change, they stop eating sugars, they stop eating refined carbohydrates, and most of them are following a ketogenic diet, and they have had such great success that how could you not want to share it with the world? How could you not want to tell people, hey, you can do this? I mean, you also can do this. I mean, you're in control of your own life. This is not about weight. Listen, weight stayed behind a long time ago. It doesn't matter. As long as you feel good, you're happy, and you're making the right choices. You need to trust the process. And sometimes for some people, it's going to take longer than others. Some people melt down in no time. Some people have more leeway in the way they eat. Some people can throw a couple of carbohydrates here and there and still stay fine. Men have a different metabolism than women. And we're all different, and you need to be very conscious of that. And we also,
men and women.
And we also have to actually use tools. The tools that
stools. You're gonna use your stools?
No, but you need to use the tools that are gonna help you determine what is gonna work for you. So, for example, there's tons of tests out there, like you can check with your oral DNA, that you can actually see what kind of foods you're sensitive to. And that is a topic that really,
because we're all different.
Makes me passionate.
Even women are different than women. Men are different than men. We're not just a female type of thing.
And sometimes we think that because we eat the same food as my friend XYZ, then I'm gonna be the same as her. And no, that's not the way it works. Sometimes I used to. I was a swimmer, and I was a
What? Michael Phelps?
yeah. I was Daniela Phelps. I was a really good swimmer. So, and I always done tons of sports.
Isn't that funny how that's a trigger? Like when people say swimming or swimmers or anything, like your mind goes directly to Michael Phelps. Like for me, if somebody says basketball, it's like Michael Jordan. But now you got your LeBron James and things like that. It's like keto is one of those words now. Like all of a sudden when you say keto, what does everybody think? They think diet, right? They think losing weight. It's truly not really what it's about, right? Will that happen? Sure, it can happen. But the fact of the matter is there's so much more behind it. That was funny. And the trigger that just went Michael Phelps and Daniela Phelps. But what Sandra says here too, good food costs less than the illness. And the reason why is, you know, I always grew up and it was in the family business and did heavy equipment and loaders, grinders, dozers, everything. And the fact of the matter was when we got started in the morning, we were taught, and what you needed to do every morning was grease every bearing on there, check all the hoses, check the check the oil, check the fluids, check all that. Why? That's preventative maintenance, because it's going to be cheaper to put some grease in those bearings than to let those bearings run dry and let a $5,000 bearing burn out. Now you got to put a new bearing in. Your body's the same way, right? Like truthfully, your body is the same way. Preventative maintenance. I haven't done much preventive.
Preventive.
Preventative is not good?
Well, a lot of people say preventative, but it's not preventive.
Let me look it up real quick. I got Grammarly. Let me check myself.
Listen, guys, it's preventive is the right word. And if you're using preventative, you can still use it because, look, I am a dental hygienist. I am supposed to be a preventive person. But people say, oh, this is preventative maintenance. But it's not. It's preventive. And I didn't want to kill his thought, but I'm just telling you the truth. Listen, you have to listen to the accent girl for the right words. Trust me.
Yeah. Listen, you can't
preventive.
You can't kill my thoughts. I promise you guys that. But you're right, Sandra. And the thing about it is really people think that eating healthy is more expensive. And the reality of it is when you go through McDonald's or you go through any kind of drive-through line and you're spending $10 each time you go through there, anywhere between $6 to $9 to $10. You do that 2 or 3 times a day. I promise you, if you're eating the right foods, it's going to keep you fuller longer, right? So you're going to stay fuller. Your diet's going to be satiated. You're going to get the right caloric intake in there, without eating so much. And the thing is like, oh, are you Googling it?
What?
So the fact of the matter is, do what's right. Don't do what you've been taught to do. And I would say, when I say do what's right for you, but also educate yourself, right? Because if I'm a carnivore and I love meat and it works good for my body, it may not work well for yours. That doesn't mean that you don't need the things that are in meat. It doesn't mean you don't need,
what are you
don't
doing,
need
Bella?
the creatine or anything like that. Sometimes you might need to supplement that in. And the same thing with the ketogenic diet, right? There's just certain people out there that no matter how much they restrict themselves, no matter how much they try to get into a state of ketogenesis, they're only going to either get so deep into that state, which they're going to kind of miss some of the great benefits when it comes to mental clarity, better sleep, better mood, all those things. But then another fact of the matter is sometimes they just can't get into it. Like I love the people out there that say, well, why would I do that? My body can make its own ketones. I'm like, not everybody's body will sustain that. It's just not sustainable for everybody. But if you have something, like, listen, we take creatine out there because maybe some of us don't eat enough meat. Like we need some of that stuff, right? So there's also, hey, we have protein shakes. Why do you take a protein shake? Because sometimes you need to supplement that in. So the fact of the matter is what we have here gives people so many different benefits and allows them to stay compliant. So if I know I'm going to go out and eat ice cream tonight and I drink some ketones before I go, and then I go and I get some ice cream, instead of eating a quart of ice cream that I might have eaten if I went in, I might only eat like a medium-sized cup, right? And be good and be satisfied. Well, that right there is huge in itself. That right there is one of the biggest keys about utilizing these exogenous ketones, because it helps keep you compliant, helps keep those sugar and carb cravings away. Doesn't mean you'll never eat them again. Don't be afraid you got to give up everything, because you don't. But what I would say is be mindful and start to make better decisions. We always tell people, cut out your sodas, cut out anything that's like that. If you're drinking sodas, first of all, you shouldn't be. That's really, really horrible. And then second of all, Gatorades, things that you think are actually good for you. Look at the labels. You guys got to start reading labels.
Even the ones that say zero things.
We need to do a training on that. Reading
Yeah. We should, for sure. Especially because the ones that say zero, and they go, oh yeah, zero everything, it has
it's
nothing.
air. It's just air.
But it has like 1,000 ingredients.
Mhm.
Most of them are just artificial sweeteners and colorings and things like that. Those things are not going to give you absolutely any kind of benefit. So look for things that are natural. Look for things that are going to actually give your body something. Our exogenous ketones will give you, first of all, ketones. So ketones is pretty much a fourth macronutrient that you're gonna have. It's a fourth way to receive energy. So when you
it's gasoline for your body.
When you drink ketones, this is another type of fuel that your body has never had unless you're doing a ketogenic diet or prolonged fasting and all of that. But it is the best fuel that your body can use.
It's clean. That's the thing about it's clean.
I mean, it's clean, but besides being clean, it's just a fuel that is gonna just go and start working right away. Your body's gonna take it as cellular energy, and it's gonna work as efficient as possible. What is Bella doing here?
Can we start talking about the Krebs cycle, mitochondria, and ATP?
You can. Go.
You guys want to hear that? You want to talk Krebs cycle? You want to talk mitochondria? You want to talk adenosine triphosphate? What do you guys want to talk about out there? Because I love that stuff. I don't talk about it a lot because I'm like, people are like, what did you just say? Like I was talking Chinese to people.
So anyway, well, let's put it in normal terms. When you drink ketones, your mitochondria gets 30% more ATP, actually 35% more ATP. And, that's the energy.
If that was simple terms, I'm not sure. We don't want to get scientific if that was simple terms.
Well, it gives your body 35% more ATP.
You're just going to feel great.
ATP is just more energy for the mitochondria to function better. And mitochondria, as we remember in biology class, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. And that's it. I'm not going to go any further.
Actually, in about 35 minutes, we're going to do a brain surgery in here if you guys want to tune in for that.
Okay, I just want to say one real quick thing. So, just because we haven't even told them the best thing ever. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this because this thing was crazy. Let me see if I can actually pull it up and put it on the thing.
What is it?
Well, today we released like a new bundle of flavors for Mitoplex. Mitoplex is awesome. Mitoplex is actually Mitoplex is food for your mitochondria, but it's actually an upgraded electrolyte. It has.
She's true. It's just they always tell me don't go sciencey, and she's over here breaking the science down.
No. But I'm gonna tell you, Mitoplex is our upgraded electrolyte that has it has a little bit of creatine. It has vitamin D3, and it also has our what is it called when it's
PTQ?
Yeah, but it's proprietary blend. It's
PTQ.
called PTQ,
MitoPTQ.
and MitoPTQ is actual food for mitochondria. So this thing is amazing.
It helps your cells signal back and forth. They talk to each other.
Yeah, this is so good. Our body is made out of electricity. So this is going to make those cells being able to communicate better because that electricity is going to be improved. So this is going to replenish your electrolytes that you lose when you're in ketosis or when in your normal day, especially if you're in Florida, that you're dehydrated for sure. But today we actually released flavors of this. This used to be no flavor, and I didn't mind. It was just tasteless, but I know it was great for me, so I always drink it. But today we released a 3-pack, and it's actually an awesome deal. Let me see if I can pull it up on the thing so I can put it here. It is an awesome deal because you get 3 boxes. You're going to be able to, feel amazing and have a great tasting electrolyte that is actually going to be beneficial to you. But besides that, what you're also going to get is that you're going to be able to, let me send this, save. So you're actually going to be able to get the regular Mitoplex for 50% off. So that's amazing. I bought like 8 boxes because I know how good this stuff is. So we're gonna have it in trial packs. If you guys want to try the flavor Mitoplex, if you want to try exogenous ketones, we're gonna have a special pack.
That's a game changer, by the way.
They're gonna have maybe we can do 5 packs of ketones, 5 packs of
Go to my
Mitoplex.
story right now. We have ketones on sale that we're actually putting out there ourselves. Usually it's $40 for a 5-day. It's $30 right now. You're getting $10 off. And then we have 20 of them for $99. So
99. What?
You didn't
This
see
is
my
not what we
stories?
discussed.
You didn't see my stories?
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. Can you guys still see us? Hopefully.
Yeah. Just go here. Hold on. Give me a second.
Yeah. So if you guys want to know anything about it, if you want to try it, you want to do anything, what'd you do? Share your screen or something?
I'm gonna share it right now.
If you guys, are interested in anything like that, just, let me know and we can get you guys whatever it is you're looking for. The fact of the matter is we don't talk about it enough about, we talk more about mindset because that is your most powerful tool that you have. The fact of the matter is when you start adding things like this in, it helps the most powerful tool you have. So you're feeding the most powerful tool you have with some amazing fuel. You're feeding it with, baby, what are you doing? You're feeding it with the fuel that it needs and wants. Now, all of a sudden, when it's getting the proper fuel, you can start to see things a little bit differently. You start to brain fog starts to go away. You just kind of start to light up, and you just become a different level. I was always taught being an athlete to do things a certain way. I didn't believe in this when I first got it. I was like, this stuff's not going to work like that, right? I was the biggest skeptic out there, and I'm pretty much a skeptical guy because human nature kind of has built us to be that way. But once I felt what it did for me, it was a game changer. Game over. I was all in, like you guys see now, like my hair, like I said, 20 years, right? No hair. Then I did this. And when I felt as amazing as I did, when I felt that, I felt absolutely on fire. Like I felt something I had never felt before. I equate it to this. I say a lot of times, back in high school, they, go to the doctor because he couldn't focus and he's got ADD and here he needs to take Ritalin and things like that for my focus. And so, as I did that, I didn't really care for the way Ritalin, made me feel and things of that nature. But, I remember the mental focus. I remember the tunnel vision focus. I remember being able to, do my work without thinking about cars and girls and baseball and football and things of that nature, right? Like I would sit down and do it. Well, this stuff hit me one day like that. I woke up out of a dead sleep and I was like, boom, tunnel vision. And I was like, whoa, what is going on? And I really felt like I was in the Matrix. Like things were coming at me in slow motion. I could see it coming before it almost happened, which sounds crazy, but you guys have drank out there. And when you get the aha moment, I call it, when your brain lights up on fire, and it's going to be different when you feel it. It's going to be different when I feel it. It's going to be different when Daniela feels it. It took me about 7 days. Some people, it's right away. Like boom, they feel it. But I can tell you this, it's working in your body doing what it's supposed to be doing. So the fact of the matter is understanding that portion of it is critical, right? So that was the Mitoplex, the PTQ that we just showed you. Even if you're not utilizing ketones, guys, this is a game changer because it helps exactly what Daniela said. Your cells signal, they talk back and forth to each other. Mm-hmm. And the better they do that, the better you're going to run. So the greatest thing with that too is, the fact of the matter is when you add these ketones in there, now you also add this Mitoplex on top of that, that's helping that mitochondria fire better. Now your body's absorbing things even better. Now all of a sudden you get to another level. And hydration is something that is super key that we don't focus on enough, that, people sometimes will say, oh, I've been drinking the ketones for this long and I think I get the keto flu. Number one, you will never get the keto flu drinking ketones because you're not restricting carbohydrates. You're not doing anything like that. All you're doing is you're drinking a drink that's putting cellular energy in your body. The one thing you will happen is it starts to act as a natural diuretic. So it does start to flush you out a little bit, right? So when it starts to flush you out in that way, the fact of the matter is you need to replenish. So, and some people think, well, I drink enough water. The problem is the water we drink nowadays is not good anyways. Like, we're not absorbing it. It sits on our guts. You guys ever drink 16, 18, 24 ounces of water and you feel like that heavy bubble feeling in your stomach? That's because your body is not absorbing it. And you have a brain here and you have a brain here. So this is your second brain, right? Like 1, 2, 1, 2. Your gut and your brain fire like that's which one's first, So when you're not utilizing the proper electrolytes, so now all of a sudden, like, well, I felt lethargic the last couple of days. I just felt down on energy. I said, it's because you're dehydrated. No, I drink enough water. I said, listen, you need to replenish with micronutrients, which these have in it, right? These have what we need, electrolytes, right? Pink Himalayan sea salt, another game changer. Utilize that. And the thing about it is, it's small, tiny little tweaks like that. I would ask you to do this. Don't go and Google symptoms of keto flu, because the fact of the matter is you're not in a state of ketogenesis. The only way you're going to end up with the keto flu is if you were not to take any exogenous ketones, you were to do a very strict diet, you were to cut everything down by anywhere underneath 20 grams of carbs. And even if you didn't raise your fats up or anything like that, when you start to deplete your body of something that is normally used to having, and that's how you've been running, all of a sudden you're going to run out of that fuel source. And of course, what happens when you run out of gas in your car? Your car's not going to go anymore. So your body's going to start to shut down. You're just going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't move. I can't do anything. And that's why they call it the keto flu. It's not a virus. It actually just, it makes you feel drained, right? And when you have the flu, what happens? Your bones hurt, you feel drained, things like that. So I don't even like calling it the keto flu, but it's what it's, been termed, it's what it's been coined. The fact of the matter is you will never run into that drinking exogenous ketones. So if you're trying to do a ketogenic diet out there and you've never been able to get past that point of the keto flu or anything like this, if you add this in as you're doing that, don't stop doing what you're doing with the ketogenic diet. Continue to do that. Now you add this, you're going to feel amazing. You're going to feel like I can conquer anything, right? So I would stress this for you guys, like definitely think about getting involved with just trying the ketones. We have different ways to do that right now. Here's another way. This is what I love the best. It's called the starter system here. I like to reference this as the 60-day transformation. Why do I say it that way? You get 60 servings there. If you're drinking one a day, that's going to take you 60 days. During that 60 days, you are going to feel amazing. You might feel it the first day. You might feel it the 5th day. You might feel it the 10th day. You're going to feel it. It's working in your body. It's doing what it needs to do. It's working on what your body needs. But I say this, trust the process. Trust the process. And so people think that's funny when I say that.
Put us next to the thing.
People think that's funny when I say that. The fact of the matter is there's nothing more true than trusting the process in anything you do in life. You didn't get the way you are right now overnight. You had to trust the process and get deep into the metabolic deficiency that you're in right now. Yeah,
for sure. And what I want to say about that, about this, where's my point?
Right there, perfect.
About this
starter
system is that you get 3 boxes, and actually it's my favorite flavor, which is True Passion. Oh, yeah. So it is my all around favorite.
Me too. For now.
Flavor for now.
I love Harvest.
I love it.
Really.
It tastes like passion fruit. It's just so good. It's amazing. It always sells out, and right now that's the way the package is coming. The other way to start is just with a 10-day challenge. It comes 20 ketones for $99.
You don't have a 10-day challenge to pull up?
I do have it. So let's take this off, or make it big, or make it small, whatever.
Listen, guys, we're just trying to give you your options on how you can get started. And listen, we don't ever even plan none of this out. Like
nothing. I'm just sending it as we go.
This is not even with the way we were going to go with this. But hey, the fact of the matter is we have something magical that can make a shift in your life.
I'm actually airdropping it.
And why would we not, share it with you guys? And we have several different ways to get started. And the fact of the matter is we have a lot of people that champion this conversation with us, and a lot of those people are on here with us. And we love and support them in that conversation, because we wouldn't be sitting where we're sitting at today without the amazing people on here that is helping us champion this conversation, without the amazing people on here that are helping us open up
nations. They're helping us open up, countries that we're not even in yet. Let me tell you what, you guys are pioneers. You guys are taking on something that is going to be around for generations to come. I hope you guys understand how powerful that is. We just launched 17 different countries in 1 week, okay? 17 countries in the EU and the UK we launched in 1 week. I want to say that one more time because I don't think really people grasp how big that is. In 17 countries in the UK and the EU, our company launched exogenous ketones across the pond all the way over in those areas, and boom, they're there now. The fact of the matter is, when we did that, it wasn't like they just said, oh, we're going to open up 17 countries. No, they created demand over there. There was a demand for it. People wanted it. Football players over there, soccer is what I call it, but football players over there, they wanted it. They have teams over there utilizing it. Like, there's so much behind this that if we got into the cognitive function of it and how players end up with head injuries and MMA guys end up with head injuries and all those things, like, guys, I could sit here and go over this till I'm blue in the face, and I may already be blue in the face. I don't know, but I can tell you this:
you're kind of blue.
Like, the fact of the matter is what we have is so far beyond some simple little drink that it's tough to call it a simple little drink, which it is. Shake, drink, bam, you're in ketosis. There's the 10-day challenge. But let me explain this: it comes with 20 sachets. So the 10-day challenge, what we're challenging you guys to do actually is drink it twice a day. This is going to come with 10 caffeinated and 10 non-caffeinated. So you'll drink one in the morning as soon as you get up on an empty stomach, and then eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full. And then in the afternoon, around 2 or 3 o'clock, you would take the uncaffeinated version, because the fact of the matter is this is fuel. You have to refuel yourself. So when you stay in that state of ketosis for that 24-hour realm, your sleep's going to get better. You're going to find out so much about what you don't know right now, because you don't know what you don't know. So you don't know that you feel bad right now. Sometimes you just don't know, right? You don't know that you're hurting in certain areas because you've never felt anything different. When you do this for 10 days, I'm telling you right now, you are going to feel so different, like 100%. And it's totally up to you. 1 a day, 2 a day, whatever works for you. But I say that about the fuel in the car because people are like, well, why you got to always take it? Why you got to take it? I take it 2-3 times a day, sometimes 4, right? I know where I want my brain function to run at. But the fact of the matter is, when you put gas in your car, eventually you got to refill that bad boy up, right? You got to regas it up, because you're going to go so far and it's going to run out of gas. And people are like, well, how long does it last? Well, how hard do you step on the pedal? Same thing with your car. Like, if you're in the fast lane on 95 and you're punching it to get around people, you're going to suck that fuel up quicker. So depending on that, like, hey, if you're crushing it and you're crushing the gas pedal, you're out there and you're physical, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're going to burn through it a little bit quicker, right? But, it's totally up to you. There's no right or wrong way to do this. The only wrong way to do it is not to try it and not get started, right? Like, just see what it does for you. $99 is going to give you a deep dive into what being in a state of ketosis is going to look like for you. So I know Fatima. This. Hey, Fatima, I know this. I spent $99 on way more garbage and junk than what we're spending on here. And let me tell you this, like, it's $99 to get started. The fact of the matter is I haven't paid for personal ketones in almost 4 years since I started this journey. Why? Because I became so passionate about what it did for me that I didn't even know this happened in the beginning. I didn't know you could earn free product, but I got my mom on it and I got my dad on it. We all get a referrer code. As a customer, you get a link, right? Doesn't matter. You don't have to promote this. You don't have to do anything with it. You just get a link. So when somebody asks you about it, you have your own website. So you give them that link, they go to it, and that's where they purchase from. Well, the next time I got my order, I was like, why did it only cost me $11, which was the shipping, right? And I'm like, well, why did it only cost me $11? I had to learn after getting 2 people on board that I no longer needed to pay for ketones, because I had 2 people on SmartShip paying for ketones underneath me. And then, like, from that point forward, it was a no-brainer. It was like, well, of course, I'm going to get people on board, because number one, I just want them to feel the way that I'm feeling, right? And then number 2, well, if I can earn an extra $50 a month, I own my own business at this time. It wasn't about money for me. I wasn't looking for an opportunity. The opportunity kind of fell in my lap because I was ignorance on fire is what I like to say. Yeah, show some of the before and better pictures and stuff.
Oh, okay.
And then also you can show some of the sample packs what they usually go for. And the fact of the matter is, when I felt how this was changing me, being in a better mood, and really not being as anxious as I used to be. And what does that mean? Like, I used to be a little bit fly off the handle kind of guy, right? Like, I wasn't always the most level-headed kind of dude. Like I would find myself, and I'll be like, after I get done doing, screaming at the guy next to me in the car or whatever, and then I'd stop and I'd be
I
like,
can't imagine you being like that.
I know, it's hard to imagine. It's even hard for me to kind of recall because, like, for me, that really wasn't who I was. It is just kind of my foundation and where I came from and how I had been taught certain things, right? And that's what I mean by our nutrition is super important, because once I started to change what I was fueling my brain with, things started to make a shift in my life for the better. I don't know if you guys really, believe or understand your energy and how your energy, actually flows to other people. You know what I mean? Like, the fact of the matter is what you bring and what you give is what you get in return. So I started sharing this with everybody that I love because I knew that they needed to feel the way I was feeling. They didn't possibly know it at the time, but I understood that if I could get this in their system and they could light up like I did, like, my mom would feel so much better. My dad would feel so much better. My brother would feel so much better, right? Like, I knew this, and you couldn't waver me. There was nothing that was going to take me off of my pedestal. I knew what it did for me. It wasn't me, just learning from other people. This is my journey here. To the left, you see me there. And I was working out at this point because I had to do a back surgery. So before, I had a dad bod, like my gut stuck out. And the reason I decided to go in and make a change is because I did pool equipment, I did stuff. And when I would go change out a motor and be between the house and the heater and trying to change out a motor, I would have to come up for a second breath just to breathe, because I was like, man, I was so heavy. I was like, this is not me at 35, 36 years old. I said, I got to make a change. I was in a car accident, had to get the surgery. So I started to make the shift there on the left. Then you see right here, I didn't change my diet any. I was still carb loading. I was still doing the things I was taught, protein shakes, BCAAs, creatine. So in the middle, I was still doing all that, but I was drinking the ketones. And I started to see, man, I was losing some of my visceral fat around the midsection, the spare tire that I could never get rid of. And I'm like, wow, okay. And I wasn't even looking for that. I was all of a sudden finding that, and I was like, okay, well, what is this diet all about? And I started researching the diet, and on the right, you can see me there. I went pretty hardcore and strict on the ketogenic diet for about 6 months straight. And when I'm all in, you guys know I'm all in, right? So I was counting macros. I was doing what I was supposed to. I was like on point, still drinking ketones the whole time. I never stopped drinking ketones. So that's where you kind of see the progression of my journey. And you're going to even see it progress again, because we're never done. Like, I'm not the best version of who God created me to be at the moment. I'm not in either one of those positions, but I am starting and heading that direction again.
And this is me. Here's where I shoot.
That was quick.
I can go here. Okay. So here's where I started. And where I started, I wasn't feeling great. I actually was... this is my picture in 2018, but July 2018, I had just been diagnosed with high blood pressure. I had tons of allergies. I wasn't feeling my best at all. And a friend of mine said, why don't you try this? And I did. And I said, okay. At the beginning, I didn't want to try. I was like, oh, I can do it. I know about nutrition. I know about what I need to do. And, I said, I don't need any help. I was just being stubborn. And then I decided to try it, right? I tried it. And my second picture is in October. So I started in July 31st, 2018. And this picture is in about October 12th, 2018. And the third picture is, that one is in March of 2019. But I have another picture from April, when we did the reboot, but I don't have it in this screen. And for me, it has changed completely. I mean, in the second picture, I was doing the ketogenic diet, going to CrossFit. The third picture, I was not working out because I got injured. So I actually had not done any exercise since December. So it was like 3 months with no workouts and still eating a nice, clean ketogenic diet all the time and drinking ketones. And it was amazing to me. Then this is our friend Easy. He has had a tremendous transformation. He looks great and he feels great. He's become definitely better than he was ever before, right?
That guy had never seen a gym. The only thing he had saw was the inside of some bars and the inside of some bars and the inside of his mom's house and tacos and beans and PlayStation. And he'll tell you the same exact thing. I don't say that to make fun of him. The truth is, like the picture on the very left, he was in trouble, right? Like he had things going on in his life where he was not feeling good. And he didn't understand he wasn't feeling good at the moment. And then in the middle right there, that's probably a year and a half into his journey, if not a little bit longer. That's the first time he really had stepped into a gym. He had lost weight and everything. And what happens is, guys, when you start to do better and be better and you feel better, now all of a sudden you want more. You're like, well, how can I feel better? Like, what can I do? What more can I do? Right. So that's why this tool is so huge, because it helps create the shift. Johnny here from Venezuela. And he's actually a chef. He was a chef in Miami. Now he's a chef in Tampa area.
No,
Jacksonville area, somewhere up there. Different coast, but somewhere up there. So the fact of the matter is, but look at I always, tell you guys this. From the left to the right, I ask people what they see. And obviously they say, well, he's lost a lot of fat, But what I first see is the smile. Look at him to the left. He wasn't smiling in that picture. He wasn't feeling good. All the way to the right, look at him. You can even see in the middle, like he started to grin. He started getting, he felt better. To the right, man, look at that smile. Tommy here, tell me about Tommy.
Tommy's awesome. Tommy's about 60 years old, and he has had a tremendous transformation. He's a true inspiration. He's a very good friend of ours, and we really appreciate him. He came into our community because he actually saw us on Facebook, and we became great friends. And this is the power of social media. This is the power of sharing with people. This is his power. This is the power of sharing your story. This is the power of being out there and actually showing people what you have done or what you have accomplished with the help of the community. Baby, is the chicken okay?
Yeah, turn the grill off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the thing that Tommy did for me is he really helped me out because, everybody calls me Keto Jesus and has called me that for a long time. I want to share this really quick because sometimes people come into our life at the right time for the right reason. And I had always kind of said, nah, I'm not Keto Jesus because I'm nowhere near Jesus. Like,
I'm going to tag Lola.
I'm probably the farthest, away from that. I sin like everybody else. And so I had a problem with people calling me Keto Jesus. I'm like, dude, that's not. And I didn't accept it well, right? So I asked Tommy one day, I'm like, Tommy, how did you actually find us? Like, why did you call us? And he said, because I was scrolling through Facebook and I saw Keto Jesus. And I thought, wow, this guy must be a Christian. Let me go check him out, right? And as soon as Tommy said that, it actually triggered something in my mind. And I'm like, why am I denying something that's bringing the right people to me? That's bringing that's attracting my tribe, right? So from that point forward, I kind of accepted that, name, if you will. And, it's what everybody knows me as, and it's what everybody, and I didn't start that name. I can promise you that right now. I told people to stop that name, but thank goodness they did. And thank goodness we got Tommy, to come in and pour into us, because Tommy is an amazing man. He helps men over 40 with transformations, but not only that, he helps women too now, but like his specialty is really to help guys over 40 because of hormones and things like that to get back on track, because Tommy's had an amazing journey for a long time. Lola's an amazing woman.
Yeah, Lola has had an amazing journey. She's done the ketogenic diet and drank exogenous ketones. She's 100 pounds down, feeling amazing, inspiring other people. And she has been a great, great person that we have met through this community. And we're so proud to call her our friend. And I love what she's doing. She's inspiring others. And she has a group where she actually coaches people and teaches them how to eat the right ketogenic diet as well.
I want to say something as she flips to the next picture here. I've been able to see people's lives transform. And that's why this is so powerful to me. These two amazing young ladies that you see right here on the screen, I've seen their lives transform in more ways than 100-pound weight loss, in more ways than the 147-pound weight loss that you see Elizabeth here with. I've seen their lives just take a total shift for the better. And what I mean by that is, you know, Lola was not really open to sharing and doing lives and things like that in the very beginning of her journey. And she would tell you that, right? But the fact of the matter is we get to help each other. And God has given me a gift. I don't know where it comes from. I know it comes from God, but like inside of me, I never was kind of the person to nudge people to do things maybe they didn't want to do. But we all need that. So I told Lola at one point, like, hey, I need you to do a live. I mean, no way. I'm not doing a live. I don't go live. I don't do that, right? And if you guys follow Lola right now, you know, Simple Sustainable Keto, she does lives all the time, and she is a boss at it, right? Because she got out of her comfort zone and she did it, and she did it again, and she did it again, and she did it again, and she did it again. Consistency in life is key, guys. I want you to understand that. Tell them about Elizabeth a little bit.
Yeah, Elizabeth is another great success story, and Elizabeth we met through Facebook, actually bonded, and she had been doing the ketogenic diet, and actually she had reached a plateau about at 80 pounds down, and she's dropped 147 pounds since she started, and she is looking and feeling amazing, inspiring other people. She also coaches into the ketogenic diet, and she is just awesome and a great inspiration to have around.
And coach is about life, guys, because the fact of the matter is we've all go through things. We all have
Is she nervous?
experiences. We all do these things, right? So, you know, the greatest thing with Elizabeth here is, you know, when I met Elizabeth, she was in another keto group. And being in that keto group, I wasn't going in there to try to sell ketones. If you guys know me, you know I don't sell ketones. There's a sale eventually if you guys want to get on board where you guys purchase ketones. But I don't go in and be like, oh, hey, I got these ketones. You should do this. You should do that. No, I actually go in and encourage them to keep sharing their story and their journey. But it's because a lot of times people get so far into their journey, they feel like nobody wants to hear their journey anymore. I always had to continue to remind, you know, Elizabeth, that there's always new people watching. And there's always the right people at the right time watching. Like we're on here an hour and 20 minutes, and usually we don't like to go this long, but I'm telling you why we're going this long, because at this exact moment in time, come on. At this exact moment in time, somebody is coming on to hear exactly what they need to hear at this exact moment, right? So the fact of the matter is, somebody's on here right now listening and hearing what they need to hear. So I always would go on and be like, hey, that's an amazing job. You're doing awesome. I never even went and told her I had an exogenous ketone. I just inspired her to keep sharing her journey because I saw the progression. And then I told her, I said, she actually called me one day and she said, hey, what is this drink you have? And I'm like, drink? Like, I don't even know. Like, it threw me off guard because I was like, I don't know. What do you mean? She said, on your Facebook, you have a drink. It says ketone. What does it do? Blah, blah, blah. So I told her, right? And she's like, okay, well, right now I'm going through some things and I really can't, afford it. No, that's fine. Timing in life is everything. You can't do it right now. Continue to do your journey. Never stop. The only way to lose is when you quit, right? So keep going. And she did. She kept moving forward. And then one day she calls me. She says, okay, I'm ready. And I'm like, you ready for what? And this was months later. And she's like, I'm ready to try the ketones. And I'm like, okay, awesome. Here's how you order. She went on and ordered. And I called her like 4 or 5 days later. And I'm like, hey, how's that going? How are the ketones going? And she's like, well, I'm not sure. I'm going to keep taking them and I'm going to get back to you. And she's real short. I'm like, okay, no problem. Like, everybody's journey's different. And a couple days later, she calls me and she's like, all right, what is this stuff? What'd you give me? And I'm like, they're exogenous ketones. This is what it does. We talked about it. And she's like, I've never felt the way that I feel right now. Like I'm tingling from my toes to the top of my head. And I go, well, I'm like, uh-oh, I'm like, okay. And she goes, no, like in a good way. She's like, I want to go get on a treadmill. I want to work out. These are things that she had never done in her journey, but she had ate right. And she got 80 pounds down, hit that plateau. But all of a sudden she wanted more. She's like, I want to go work out. I want to move. I want to do things. I'm like, awesome, go do it. She crushed the plateau. And that's where she got to 147 pounds down. But not only that, life-changing shifts. She was able to move from California where she held. And now I only tell you this story in her journey because she would tell you to tell it because she's absolutely amazing. And so for hey Lola, we just had your picture up, but with Elizabeth, she had a career of 30 years being a dental assistant in California. The drink, the community had changed her so much. She decided to move from the California area over here to Florida, South Florida. And has had just some tremendous shifts in life, right? That's what this does. It's not just about the 147 pounds. It's not about Lola's 100 pounds. Those are big successes. We need to celebrate those. We need to yay, cheer each other on and continue to encourage each other to inspire others, right? The fact of the matter is this changes you in so many different ways that you're not even really going to kind of believe how it happens. And if you guys are looking to do better with the meals and things like that, here's some great options. I'll have Daniela tell you because we love cooking like this.
Yeah, we love cooking. And to be honest, this is not a diet. This is just a way that we eat and we love it. Is Bella nervous because of the fireworks?
It's a lifestyle, right? It really, really is.
So in the first picture, we have a Cobb salad that we made and it was amazing. Then we had some ribeyes, some salmon, some pork ribs. Also, we had Brussels sprouts, spinach, asparagus, a plate with cheese, and ouch! Her nails are so long. And cheese, and then we had a huge, amazing shrimp.
Yep, that's and listen, guys, it's super simple. Like the meal we're having tonight, super simple. Here's just some great education that the company gives us all the time. This amazing lady here, look her up, Dr. Marion Newport. On the left, and then on the right, Dr. David Diamond. He's absolutely amazing too. Look these people up because the things you can get from them is way beyond what we're going to be able to give you right now. Dr. Andy Campitelli there to the left, amazing woman from Canada. And then on the right here, I think it's Veach Lilian.
Dr. Lilian Mujica.
Yeah, a brain, like a straight brain. Like look her up, and she's like next level. I mean, all these people are, but she's got some knowledge. Here you go.
Jonathan.
We got Jonathan. He also is a chef from Venezuela. And he's moved here, and he no longer is a chef. He actually helps us champion this conversation in big ways. A lot of these people. He
also coaches people into keto.
Yeah, he does a lot of intermittent fasting and helps people with their intermittent fasting, prolonged fasting. But amazing transformation in a short amount of time. This isn't even the biggest picture he said he had. It's just one that he could find on the left. That's not where he started, though. He was bigger than that. Here we go with some more great stuff. Dr. Ken Ford, you have ketones as fuel, but ketones are also signalers, like we were talking about a few minutes ago, right? With those cells signaling back and forth. And not all exogenous ketones are created equally. And that's something I really want to touch on really, really quick. Dr. Brendan Egan, check him out. He's the one that said this. He was quoted saying this. And the reason why is we're the category kings, champions when it comes to the actual exogenous ketones. And what does that mean? We're the first ever to bring anything like this to the market. Before our company brought drinkable ketones to the market, there was never BHB on the shelf anywhere, which is ketones. We brought it to the market, and then everybody felt like, hey, I need to jump on board. And the fact of the matter is what they have is a lot of stimulant based things, and what we have is all naturally fermented, and you just can't compete because we have some of the top thought leaders in this realm behind us formulating this thing, constantly going over and over what we have. Like, how can we make it better? Where can we go from here? And here's a few of those people: Dr. Ryan Lowry and Dr. Jacob Wilson, amazing individuals. Check out the Aspie Labs. That's in Tampa, right? I got that one right. So keto wouldn't be keto without Prove It. Can you guys see that? I'm going to say that one more time. Keto wouldn't be keto without Prove It. And what that means is, like, 4 years ago when I started this conversation, I would ask people, hey, what do you know about ketones or ketosis? And they would say, you mean Keystone beer? I don't know what that is. Like, what do you mean ketones? I don't understand that. I've never heard of that before. But now you go around, and because the way we share this conversation, because we champion this conversation with a lot of people on here, and they share with their friends, and the power of one is the power of many. So they share with one, that one shares with 10, that one, those 10 share with 20. Like, next thing you know, there's a ripple effect created where we're helping tens of thousands of people around the globe right now. We have people drinking ketones out in the Bering Sea. Like, I mean, I'm telling you, when I tell you, like, if you've ever seen the Bering Sea, if you've ever seen, the deadliest catch, like, there's guys on there that are utilizing this product. So this goes farther than you can ever imagine.
Listen, we ship this even wherever you were not even open.
That's right.
We ship this everywhere. We have people in the Dominican Republic. Thank you, V, for championing that conversation over there. I am very happy.
I want to say something really quick. Being in a state of ketosis puts appetite back in your control. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. Dr. Ryan Lowry says that. Dr. Jacob Wilson would tell you, ketones aren't just affecting you immediately with energy. They're repairing you. Okay? Like, what do you guys hear us talk about? These are the doctors that talk about. This is how we get educated.
Mm-hmm. And then this is just going into intermittent fasting, and what would be a good schedule, do 16-8 every day, and then it tells you kind of like the guidelines, the first meal at 12, last meal by 8.
We can also help you guys with any of that stuff. If you have questions, we can point you in the right direction. But I would say, just eat when you're hungry, stop when you're full. Keep this as simple as possible. Don't necessarily worry about what you should or shouldn't eat at this point in time. Start the ketones, utilize them, see how they're going to work for you, see what they're going to do, and then you'll start to notice your diet shifts without you thinking about it shifting, right? And here you go, fasting mistakes. There's a lot of different mistakes when it comes to fasting. So if you guys really want to learn some, let us know. This is awesome. Tell them about it, because we're doing this coming up, and it's on sale right now.
So when are we doing it?
19th.
So we're doing the keto reboot on the 19th. So just make sure. Are you sure it wasn't on the 14th?
The 19th.
The 19th, okay. So we're doing the keto reboot on the 19th. The keto reboot is a 60-hour fast. It's amazing because you're going to give your body a metabolic rest. Your body's going to be able to repair itself. It's going to be able to go through autophagy, and it's actually be given the right fuel during this time that you're fasted so that your body can operate in a better way. So it is amazing. We do it every single month. We drink ketones daily and we reboot monthly. This is not a weight loss regime. This is actually to repair your body and reset your metabolism. So you're going to get all the things that you see in this picture. By that means you're going to get 4 different ketones. You're going to get 2 caffeine, 2 uncaffeinated, 4 broth, different flavors. And then you're going to get 3 electrolytes, and you're going to get the Keto OS Pro to break your fast, and you're going to get coaching, and also you're going to get the Signal OS pills, which is going to be helping with DNA repair, and they're amazing.
Yeah, this thing is coming up, guys. This is how Tommy started at 60 years old. He started with a keto reboot. He lost 7 pounds in 8 days, or 8 pounds in 7 days.
And the price is $79 plus shipping. So that's why I put $90, so that you can estimate that that's going to be roughly what you're going to pay. So it's gonna be
There's
79
another way
plus
to
shipping.
save an extra $10 on that would
If
be
you
with
get
this,
the 10-day challenge.
this 10-day challenge right here. It's showing you $110 because if you purchase it
By
directly
itself.
from us, that's what it's going to cost you guys, and typically the fact of the matter is we don't even get it for this price because you have to be a new customer to get it for the $99 price, which is $99 plus 11 and shipping comes to $110. So that's what you would pay getting it online. So
if you only get the 10-day challenge, that's about how
Yeah.
much you're gonna pay online and or in person with us. But if you get the 10-day challenge and the Keto Reboot, you're actually only gonna pay $169.
Yep. So $169 versus $179, and then $11
Plus the shipping.
instead of $22 for shipping if you were to get it individually, right?
Yeah.
So, and the fact of the matter is, guys, we've never done this before, and if you guys are enjoying the way that we're utilizing this platform and bringing this up, and this wasn't even planned, she had to actually do this on the fly right now. But the fact of the matter is, I think it's great. I think we're giving you guys the information that you need.
Yeah, because a lot of times you have questions and you're shy to ask. So, now it's out in the open. You can see it. You can ask. If you're interested, just let us know. We will help you and hook you up with it. And we can help you get started at any time. We have a 10-day sampler pack that is usually $70, but my buddy here is telling me that he put it on sale. Tell me, how much?
$60 for the 10-day, and actually the 5-day, you get it for $29.99, $30, right? And if you go to the stories, you can see it there.
Keep going.
It's something that we've never done. She doesn't want me to talk about it much anymore because she doesn't want you guys to order it on sale.
I want you guys to order on sale just because he did it, but to be honest, when I sell it for that,
yeah, it's not about
we paid more than that.
It's not about making money here, guys. Honestly, I mean, ultimately, yeah, we need to make money to help more people. But the fact of the matter with these kind of things right here is to get samples into your mouths, is to get samples into your system so you can see what this does for you, right? Because honestly, we paid the $140 for the box when it comes to the shipping and everything else. $70.70. That's $20. It's going to cost you $140. So that's what we pay. It's not about making the money here. It's about you getting the experience.
Yeah. So we're actually giving it for the discount. For $60, and then the 5-pack for $30.
Yeah, and here you see it's normally $40. And then here's what one box of ketones would cost you, one flavor, $140. Again, it would be $130 plus the shipping, so that's where you're getting the $140 at.
But there's no need to pay full price right now because actually right now you can get it for the sale price.
Yeah.
And you can also get it for the sale price inside the store.
So we'll wrap this up, and I'll just say a couple more things here. Some of the supporting products we have. The star player of what we have is the Keto Nut, guys. The star player, meaning it's going to put your body in that state of ketosis, not ketogenesis, two different things, in ketosis within 60 minutes after one full serving. We have other support products here, like the Keto Cream you see in the middle. If you guys drink coffee in the morning, and really you don't even have to utilize this in coffee, but if you guys are coffee drinkers and you guys have known the Bulletproof coffee out there, maybe you put some ghee butter in your coffee, maybe you put some coconut oil because you've heard that's good. Tim Ferriss, people like that talk about it. It is good. This is our simple version of something like that. You put this right in there. It's got some great MCT, some collagen protein. It's got what you need. To the right there, you see the Keto OS Pro of the cream. That's the cream of the crop when it comes to our our form of protein. And we have two more now that don't have whey protein in it. This one does. We have two that have pumpkin seed protein in it. So if you're vegan or if that's something that you're concerned with, those are the two we would tell you to go with. We're absolutely amazing. And then we have the keto broth that comes with the Keto Reboot kit. And that allows you to help repair ligaments, tendons, things like that. That's got some amazing stuff in it. Mitoplex you see right there. And the prices you see on it is what it would cost you for the box of it.
When you order
online. And then MCT oil right there, and another amazing product. Then we have Signal OS pills to the right that tells you $108. The Signal OS is absolutely amazing. It helps kind of over time repair DNA at a cellular level. So we can get into that another time, but great benefits there. The AM and PM, the PM is going to help you sleep at night better. AM is going to give you a little more extra energy and help satiate your diet just a little bit. So hopefully we're giving you guys what you need. Hopefully you guys are understanding it. And I want to talk about our free product program along with the Smart Chip. Let me go back here for a second because we did talk about Smart Chip here. I missed it. But the fact of the matter is when you get on Smart Chip, you see you save 22% off. So when you get on the Smart Chip, what that means is in 30 days after you just get your serving now, 30 days from then, they're going to send you another box. Smart Chip is super simple to change, to do what you want to do with it, cancel it. You have your own login to your iCloud. It's not you got to give your child's left arm and your big toe to actually stop Smart Chip. You just hit a button and you can cancel it, change the date. I would say this, though. Don't confuse changing the date and changing your flavor has to happen after the first run happens. So
no, the flavor you can change it before. Only the date you can change after the first run.
Okay. Learn something new every day. So the fact of the matter is if you want to change your date on it, you got to let it run the first time, and then you can change it after that. Now, you can cancel it before the first 30 days run. You can cancel whenever you want. But Smart Chip is absolutely amazing because another thing we don't mention enough with Smart Chip is thank you for being a loyal Smart Chip customer. That when you're on there for 3 consecutive months, when you get your next order, and I get a lot of people that call me because I don't say this to them. They're like, hey, I got 2 boxes this month. Did I have to pay for the second box? Because I didn't order it. And I said, oh, it's probably your 4th month. On your 4th month, you get the box that you ordered, and they send you an extra free box, an extra 20 servings for free. And the reason they do that is because you're a loyal Smart Chip customer. Thank you for being a loyal Smart Chip customer. What is going on with these girls? Bella. So that's the Smart Chip. And how you earn free product right here. It's plain and simple. You're on Smart Chip, so you're getting 22% off every month. You refer 2 customers. You refer your mom, your dad, your brother, your aunt, your uncle, someone that your neighbor, someone you love, whoever, right? They want to join the journey with you. They get on Smart Chip just like you are. Now you have 2 people on there. Your next month would be free. So if they're ordering the same exact thing you are, and they're on Smart Chip, you get that for free next month. So it's that simple. Our job, truthfully, and what we really take a passion in is helping people get free product. We don't want you guys to pay for product ever again. That's our job. You know, people ask what we do and say, listen, we help people get free ketones. Well, what are free ketones? Listen, we help you get ketones and never pay for them again. That's what we do. So we show you the ropes, and as long as you're leadable, teachable, and coachable, very simple process. Hey, share your organic experience, and next thing you know, you're getting free product. So the benefits, going to run through these really fast. Here you go. Fat loss. That's an amazing benefit of being in that state of ketosis because a lot of other things we're going to mention right here. Better mood, right? So when you're in a better mood, that's amazing. You wake up smiling, you're absolutely just on fire. That's how it treats me anyways. Better focus. You guys heard me talk about the focus a minute ago. Focus for me was what caught my attention. It wasn't fat loss. It wasn't anything else. For me, it was focus. Everybody starts for a different reason. Better sleep. Huge. Like sleep, people tell me like, unbelievable. I'm sleeping 8 hours a night, and I don't know how that is because I feel I sleep okay anyways, even before this. But I have people tell me like I haven't slept more than 2 hours for the last 3 years because this happened in my life, and I can't get a good night's sleep. I just slept 8 hours, and I don't know how. The reason why is Google it. You'll find out being in that state of ketosis helps you get REM sleep. Better digestion, okay? You got a brain here and you got a brain here. So anytime that these 2 brains are functioning on point and they're functioning in line with each other, next thing you know, things fall into place. Better digestion. Reduce cravings for carbs and sugars. The most important part of what we have here is this right here. Tell them why. Because
a lot of times we just crave desperately to eat something sweet. Or like, for example, we are addicts to food. And we have to admit that. You know, it is tough to admit sometimes. And, you know, most of the people say like, oh, I don't really eat any sweets. I'm like, yeah, you never eat sweets? Like you never get any cravings? And they're like, oh, well, I do get cravings. But, you know, I just eat a pint of Ben and Jerry's. And I'm like, okay, well, you do eat sweets and you do have a problem. Just understand that because I had the same problem. You know, I will eat a jar of Nutella, not in one day, but pretty much maybe in 2 days. And I would watch Netflix. I didn't even eat. I just wanted to eat sweets. Like I would go to the store and get like the cookies and cream Hershey bar that I really love. And to be honest, I will crush it.
So some of these great things we
And
just talked about.
I haven't eaten it at all.
No, she hasn't.
In 2 years and a half.
And we're about
No,
to
2
get
years.
we're about to get really strict when it comes to we're gonna show you guys our journey. So just stay tuned and watch that. But you know, the fat loss that we said at the very beginning of this, I want you to understand that all of a sudden you're not burning body fat for fuel. That's not what happens. You don't just like melt away and burn all this body fat.
No, you just reduce your cravings for sugars and carbs, so you are able to change your diet without even noticing. That is the key.
Better mood. Sleep is a weapon. So when you start getting better sleep, now all of a sudden other things start to fall into place. You start reducing stress levels because you're sleeping better. You're in a better mood. You're not eating junk anymore. So all of this comes full circle back to fat loss, right? So I want you guys to understand that. So, and then you got us here. These are your amazing keto coaches. These people will take absolute, 100%, equity in your lifestyle and what it is that you're doing. And I can truly say that, we are master keto coaches, been doing this for a long time. But I say that kind of tongue in cheek. I mean, I say master keto coaches, yes, we can get you in whatever realm you want to be in, but don't think you have to do a keto diet just to come and utilize what we have. But we're here to help you each and every step of the way. You guys have a scheduling call for us. It's on Facebook. I shoot it out all the time. If you guys ever need a call, it's a free call. We don't charge you for the call. We have calls to plug into on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So when you start to share with other people, because they're going to ask you, what are you doing? What's different? Now, I don't want you to do anything but share your story, like share your journey. How do you feel? And be honest. Like, I don't know how you feel, but I know you feel good because you're still taking ketones. So share that with them, right? And then you plug them into calls, like kind of what we're even doing here, but we also have them Tuesdays and Thursday nights, and maybe we'll start doing our own, kind of like we're doing here. Where we share slides and things like that, because the fact of the matter is, I don't think we give you guys enough information when it comes to exogenous ketones. I do understand and know that we give you guys great information on all other kinds of realms. Mindset is one of our favorites because, the way that you do everything, the way you wake up and the way you do each day is the way you're going to do every day, right?
Yep, for sure. Look how it looks.
What?
You see how? Oh, I see why. I was like, how come my face looks big and then the other one? But it was a little banner thing.
Oh, you see it on the TV back.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys again. We probably lost quite a few of you. It's an hour and 42 minutes in.
And you know what? This was amazing, though.
Yeah.
And Bella.
Yeah, we don't ever plan any of this, guys. I promise you. We should start planning a little bit more and a little better, because I think that that's going to be the way that everybody needs to hear this in about 20 to 30 minute spurts, maybe even smaller additions. Like we can run it through our YouTube and put them on there where you can get maybe 5 or 10 minute clips of certain things. We'll talk about one product maybe, right? We'll come on, we'll do it, we'll stream it live, but we'll talk one product. We'll talk Mitoplex one day. We'll talk Protones one day. Like, you guys tell us what you would like to hear. You guys tell us what would benefit you, and that would help us out a lot to keep us on track and to keep us kind of saying, okay, well, today we're going to do this, tomorrow we're going to do that, right? Because a lot of times life for us gets in the way too, right? So we get caught up with doing certain things, and when that happens, we don't always stay on track. But I do know this: we have your best intention. We have your best interest in mind. Thank you. All the time.
That didn't make sense, but anyway, what we want to say is that we mean no harm.
We have the best interest in you.
We have the best interest for you to be successful at whatever you're doing. So we will help you in any way that we can. What is wrong with Bella? Bella wants to be
fireworks, guys, going off. I hope you guys have dogs at home. Like, she doesn't really get bothered by them, but there's a lot going off around us right now. And,
she's getting nervous.
We appreciate you guys. We appreciate your time. We appreciate everything you do. We understand that, time is the most valuable commodity, something that you'll never get back. If you guys sat on here and you spent an hour and 42 minutes with us, God bless you. Thank you very much.
Just say, I watched the whole video.
Like, if you did, we want to send you something. Like, if you saw the whole video and don't.
You don't cheat.
Yeah, don't be trying to put this on later on and say you did it. If you're still on here,
and if you're live,
you were on here from pretty much the beginning,
let me know.
Like, let us know, because
we can confirm.
the fact of the matter is, like, we appreciate you guys.
Thank
We
you,
appreciate
Fatima.
everything about you. And you guys, I hope you understand that your presence matters. Fatima coming on here, you know, and it's great to be able to meet amazing people like Fatima.
And we met her on Facebook.
That's it. Like, that's,
and she invited us to the Legion.
and thank you for that, because it took a lot away from
It was amazing. It was great. And we're part of the Legion graduates. And it's amazing. We haven't done much with it because we've been super busy, but definitely.
It's there. We understand it. We are going to get back into it. We are, for you guys that don't know what we're talking about, like, reach out and ask, hey, what's that Legion thing you're talking about? Because it's amazing. It's an amazing platform. And you guys know us. We're not going to tell you something if we haven't done it ourselves. We're not going to suggest something if it's not part of our lifestyle. So once we find out a little bit more about, we haven't told you about the TM6 that we utilize, the Thermomix. We haven't told you enough about it. Number one, because again, we got busy, things are going on. But I can also tell you this, like, that's an amazing tool. We don't speak enough about that tool, and we would like to share that tool with you too. And again, it's just kind of finding out what you guys need, and then let's get a little more organized. So I appreciate you.
Guys, we love you so much. Thank you so much for always tuning in to us. And thank you for giving us the motivation to continue to do this, because, you know, you really inspire us to continue and to be better every day. You know, you hold the bar for us. You're holding that standard high so that we can be better versions of ourselves. And we appreciate you. God bless. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day for the USA.
I would say this too. Thank you for letting us go an hour and 50 minutes, because it shifted our perspective. And like throwing those slides in the middle there, I think were absolutely huge. I think a lot of people learn differently, and we talk about it sometimes, but actually being able to see it and hear us talk about it, I think we're going to start utilize that a little bit more.
Definitely. And we're going to create different slides too, because I can definitely do that.
Absolutely.
Guys, we love you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are amazing.
Keep every day.
Keep every day.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci. We need to go on more. Like, we got to find more than arrivederci. We're in 17 countries.
Arrivederci. Sayonara. Ciao.
Good night.
Adios. Buenas noches.
Good night.
Ciao. Ciao.
Good night.
And woof.
We got to learn more. See you guys. Thank you.